So awareness shows you the door, but decision, that's really what gives you the key to unlock your destiny. You don't break free by just understanding where you are and understanding your patterns. You break free by deciding right now, right here, that you won't let it control your life anymore. And most of us are actually aware, but we have not yet made the decision. We've not decided. Decision brings a cutoff between what was and what is, and you step into what is from a place of clarity. Welcome back and welcome to yet another video. And we've been on series from patterns to power. Karibu sana. If you've not watched my previous videos, there are about 4 videos I've done on this series. Make sure you find them and watch them. My name is Jeff Israel Thiwa. I coach and train at Destiny Life Coaching, and I help agents of change become practitioners of coaching excellence. So if you've been with me in this journey and you've come this far in the series, then it means you're not just interested in change. You're ready for a breakthrough, truly. And if that's you and you're ready for a breakthrough, just type down there hashtag breakthrough, hashtag breakthrough down there on the comment section. I'm looking forward to read your comments. Hashtag breakthrough. And that breakthrough begins right now in this moment. It begins from a place of decision. When you make a decision, the most powerful forces on the planet is decision. I once worked with a client who had carried the identity of not enough for over 20 years. And she had the awareness. In fact, she knew the pattern very well. She would even read books on the subject. But life didn't change. She remained the same until one day she said, I am done. I refuse to live like this. And until you reach that moment of decision, you have not unlocked your life. You are still stuck, even though you are aware. You see, so we can be aware and still get stuck. That's why I tell my coaches, don't just pass through Destiny Life Coaching. No, let Destiny Life Coaching pass through you. And that means you interact with material in a way that is practical. And we ensure our class, the practical engagement is the main element of our course, because we know if you just pass through it, it's going to be just another information, and you just aware. Oh, I know. Have you met people who just know? Like they know everything. I mean, they know it all, but they don't change. Have you met people who know, but they've never been anywhere? I mean, they stay the same place, but they know. Even you know that they know. But their knowing makes no sense because it doesn't transform them. It doesn't translate into change. It's because they have not reached where you are right now, the point of decision. That is what helped my client. That's what cracks the cycle. The cycle of just, I'm not good enough. And you're reading all these Oprah Winfrey or whoever books, and I'm not enough. I'm aware I'm not enough. Hello? So what? You're not enough. So what? You're aware. So what? You really must make a decision that this is painful. I really don't want to stay here anymore. I'm done. I'm done with this life. Being aware really gives you no credit. Decision. After awareness, decision. There's a true story that is told of two friends. One had a dog, and the one that didn't have a dog visited his friend with a dog, and the dog was in pain. The dog was crying and mourning and crying and wailing and I mean, the friend is like, "What's wrong with your dog?" And the owner is like, "You know what, my friend, this dog has been sitting on a nail since morning. It's been sitting on a nail. Like, why can't it move? It's not even a puppy. It's a grown dog." Okay? I didn't want to use bad language, but it's a grown dog. So, and it's sitting on a nail. For all that time, why can't it move? The owner of the dog, the answer was just classic. He said, maybe it's not hurting enough. Hey, breakthrough. Sometimes we sit on our pain because we are not aware that this is painful. It has not reached the threshold of what we call pain. Sometimes we become so familiar to pain that we just sit on the nail. We just sit on the pain and just sit on the pain. 1 year, you just sit on the pain. 1, 2 years, you sit on the pain. 10 years, you sit on the pain, and you're not moving, my friend. And you have all form of excuses and reasons and all that makes you comfortable in the pain. And let me tell you, that will remain to be your story until you make a decision, until you decide. Because decision creates energetic separation from the old story. The moment you make a decision, you are signing a contract with your new version of you. You're making a decision is to make a distinction, separation between you and your old story. It's a shift. It will shift your focus from what was to what must be. Must be, not should be, not could be, because that's not a decision. A decision is not maybe. When I meet my clients and they are looking for coaching, there are only two answers. It's either you're sorted, you're ready for breakthrough, or no, Jeff, I'm not ready, I don't want it. There's no maybe. Maybe is not available. Sorry. And if you have maybe, it's a no for me. It has to be so crystal clear if I'm going to serve you. So it's a shift, it's a clear shift from what was to what must be. And until you get to the place and space of a must and say, it's a must. My life is a must. I got this. This has to happen now. I'm tired of this story. If you don't get there, then you will continue sitting on the nail. And people are wondering why you're not moving from that relationship, from that marriage, from that trauma, from that job. You're seated. You're still seated in your pain. From that past, you're still seated. 20 years, seated. 30 years, seated. Now you're 40, still seated on your pain. Well, The great Einstein said that when you repeat the same thing over and over again and expect that you just wake up one day and things will change, he defined that as insanity. It's insane. You repeat the same thing and you never make a clear decision. It's always a wish. That's why I don't like New Year resolutions, because they're not really a resolution. People never make decisions during the new year. You eat so much Christmas, it comes to a new year, you're just making wishes. Oh, I wish to buy 10 cars. I wish, and that's why we overrate the what we want in one year, because it's just a wish. It's not a must. When you are serious and you want to make a life-changing destiny decision, you want to make a life-changing destiny shift, you have to decide. A decision means there's no plan B. If your plan B is you're not a decision maker, you've not made a decision. If you're on the fence, you've not made a decision. And here is what is even something that most people never realize, that not making a decision is in itself a decision. In fact, you're making an identity decision. This is who you are. You're the person who never makes decisions. You just stay there, never makes a decision, sit on the pain, and hope one day that nail will be moved in Jesus' name. It's piercing your skin. It's creating a scar. And you are 100% responsible for your life. You know, and let me say this. We may not be responsible for the nail, the pain, but we are responsible for our healing. I mean, you must love yourself enough to say, I deserve a better life experience, because life is about experiences. If you're not living the life of your dreams, you're not happy and fulfilled in the now, not in one day, because that's a lie. If you think when you finish something you'll be happy, you're not a happy person. Period. You're not happy. If you think when I get married I'll be happy, you're not a happy person. Make peace with that. If you say when I buy that car I'll be happy, you're not a happy person. You are happy now. Even when you don't, that thing is not there. From when did you make your price to be decided by things and make your value equal to things? I mean, have some respect to your creator. You're more than all these things, and nothing is comparable to you. And so you come first, and your joy, your peace, your fulfillment comes first. And in fact, when you're happy and joyful, that's how you create. That's how you bring these things. That's how you become a magnet. Following these things and pursuing them as though, you know, they're the ones that give you power is giving away your power. And so you need to make a decision. A decision means cut off every other option. There is no other option from this moment on. This is who I am, and this is what I'm capable of, and it begins now. The moment you postpone it and say after this video I'll make the decision, you never make. Why? I understand how the mind works. The mind works with what is familiar. If you sit in your familiar pain, sit on your nail and make that familiar, that's all you know. After some time, the nail numbs, you know, the pain, you numb the pain until you can't move. You think that's all you got. Life, you know, this is what life is. In fact, when you define the way life is and the way the world works, it works that way. It works in your pain. It works in the pain perspective. It works in that perspective that you've allowed yourself and conditioned your mind to experience over and over and over again. And now you preach it as the truth. Now you don't just preach it, you live it out as the truth. You got to come to a place of decision. Decisions create destiny, and you're making a decision whether you want it, whether you like it or not. You can't just say, oh, for me, why bother? I'm not making a decision. No, you are deciding. You are deciding to stay the same. You are deciding to sit on that nail. The dog decided. You are deciding. Some of us think we are powerless. In fact, you have power, but you're using it against yourself. You're going to decide anyway. A decision, you cannot run away. Human beings really can't run away from decisions. Not deciding is deciding. You're already deciding. So you're deciding to remain the same. You're deciding to rehearse the same pattern over and over again. You're making a decision. But when you truly decide, I mean the kind of decision where you cut off all other backup plans, the universe conspires. Oh, the universe conspires with your mind, habits, and align you to your destiny. Life just works for you. You realize that everything is conspiring to respond to you because you've made a decision. In fact, some of us think that where they are today, it's a result of a lack of resources. That is because you don't have it. Okay, how best can I say this? It's not a lack of resources. It's because you've never made a decision anyway. Some people sit with their goals and dreams, and then they find an excuse to remain on their nail, they remain on their pain. And over again, they say, this is too big. In fact, some of us, we magnify our vision so much so we don't get started. So the mind gets an excuse never to begin. You've already decided to remain the same, to remain small. And so this is a moment of challenge. Every transformation, every change begins with I've had enough. And I want you to type down there on the comment section, I want you to type down there, I've had enough. Enough is enough. Hashtag, enough is enough. I have had enough. I choose to live a different life now. I choose a new life right now. In this moment, in this session with Jeff, I choose a new life. Make a choice right now. You don't need my permission. You don't need anyone's permission. You just need commitment. You need commitment. You have to make a commitment to your life. I mean, your life means, something better than just ordinary. Something better than just the story you've always told us. And this is what we help people do every day at Destiny Life Coaching, is to change their story. When we come to that place of clarity, of power, when we come to that place where people can see with clarity, we don't just see, we decide. We give you the tools, we give you the strategies, the environment, but you got to decide. It has to be you making that decision. It has to be you saying, enough is enough. I adopt this new identity right now. This is who I am from this moment. You have to make that decision yourself. Because when you commit, when you make that decision and commit to a new identity, your life changes. You don't even need to know how. You just need to decide and make a commitment, a covenant with your higher self. Make a covenant with your higher self. Make a covenant with your true self. Some of us are making an agreement, but with our lower version of ourselves, with our small story self. Small story self. And you need to let go of the small story self and embrace the truth of who you are. That's when you begin to break through. That's when you begin to break free. And you begin to lead others also, because you can't lead others where you've not been. This is a moment. Take a deep breath. Hold it. Slowly out through the mouth. What is the one decision that you make right now? Don't think about how and what you have to do. That's none of your business right now. What is the one decision, if you made it right now, it will change your life for good forever? One decision only. One decision. I want you to share on the comment section. And as you share, I want you to know this is part of the coaching, even as you follow this series. And if you're ready to decide, if you're ready to make a lasting change and build this up, I want you to ensure you've subscribed on this channel. Make sure you share this with someone, because some of us, the decision we need to make is to be an agent of change. Is not just to eat alone, is to be an agent of change. Life is too short just to eat alone. Share with someone, share this channel, tell them, welcome them to the party. Because when your world changes, when you change and your world has not changed, then you're going to have a challenge in your world. Invite your friends, invite your family, invite your mama, people around you, bring them to this channel. Tell them to subscribe and tap on that notification bell, so that every time I go live, you can be notified. And again, I always leave my free breakthrough session link, so you can book. If you're ready for the next level, I invite you to do that. If you're transitioning your career, you're looking for clarity, you want to know what you can be doing at your space, at your age right now, please book the session. I'll do a clarity call with you to guide you to make a destiny decision. Thank you so much. God bless you, and stay rooted in your power. You deserve this. Bye-bye.